The media coverage of LGBTQ sex education is shameful. A person's right to exist is not a moral issue. Would you like to receive the latest news features, and service updates from iNews via email? Would you like to receive more information from JPI Media Limited, the publishers of iNews, via occasional emails, to keep you informed about new features, special offers, promotions, events, and services that might be of interest to you? By clicking on Register, you will be creating an account with iNews and agreeing to JPI Media Ltd's standard. Already registered? Don't have an account with us? Would you like to receive the latest news features, and service updates from iNews via email? Would you like to receive more information from JPI Media Limited, the publishers of iNews, via occasional emails, to keep you informed about new features, special offers, promotions, events, and services that might be of interest to you? Would you like to receive the latest news features, and service updates from iNews via email? Would you like to receive more information from JPI Media Limited, the publishers of iNews, via occasional emails, to keep you informed about new features, special offers, promotions, events, and services that might be of interest to you? My heart sank when I heard the last question announced on Thursday's episode of Question Time. It wasn't because the usual fanfare about Brexit had overrun, or because a panelist had interjected with a cringe-worthy comment. It was because the morality, as plenty of us know, is the concept of which we determine what is right and wrong, and according to the program, we are still deciding whether the existence of LGBTQ+ people meets our ethical litmus test. While some might believe LGBTQ+ equality was won with same-sex marriage, the ending of Section 28, or the partial decriminalization of homosexuality in 1967, queer people like me know our debate to freely and proudly exist is far from over, and this has been exemplified in the BBC's appalling coverage of LGBTQ+ same-sex relationships education. This week has felt like a step back in time. When BBC Women, in spite of what these offensive turns of phrase suggest, our rights are no longer up for debate. These segments were willing to allow debaters to suggest our existence is a source of shame. Positioned as outsiders, queer people have been on the outside looking in at a debate that profoundly affects their lives. Even Piers Morgan managed to have a debate in which he slammed Dilly Hussain for his anti-gay views, but yet again, a queer person wasn't invited into the conversation. Teaching people about queer identities isn't a moral choice. What is immoral is, whether people like it or not, our lives are affected. The irrevocable according to carried out by LGBTQ+ charity Stonewall, almost half of all LGBT pupils still face bullying at school for being LGBT, and more than 4 in 5 trans young people have, as have 3 in 5 lesbian, gay, and bi young people who aren't trans. And half of LGBT people, 52%, experienced depression in the last year, but 1 in 7 avoided seeking out health care for. The Overton window has shifted, and schools will now, but by presenting LGBTQ+ lives as a moral issue, we are reopening a debate that was supposedly won. Around 3 million people watch Question Time each week. 3.7 people a week tune into Women's Hour, while a whopping 10.5 million tune into the Today program. The media is responsible for setting and shaping the news agenda, rather than pandering to any bigoted views that might come its way. It's time to accept LGBTQ+ lives, relationships, and identities are no longer up for debate. Whether you like it, we know that sometimes it's easier for us to come to you with the news. That's why our new Oliver Duff, editor. Subscribe to the iNewsletter.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.